let's talk about shoes. Okay, so today I want to talk about my running shoe collection, how I got into running, why I picked the shoes that I picked, and which of these, you can kind of see the progression of how I went from one shoe to the next. So first off, my first pair of shoes, sadly, I don't have them here. They fell completely apart years ago, probably about 5 years ago when I got into running. They were a pair of Brooks. I don't remember the name that they were, the brand. Not the brand. I don't remember the model they were. They were great. I think they were like $80 when I bought them. But for a pair of running shoes, pretty awesome. They lasted me, I want to say about a year, and they were fantastic shoes. I put a lot of miles on those shoes. They were the shoes that I learned how to run in, how to like pace myself in. It was a great starter shoe. So if you're somebody who's like, I don't want to invest a lot, I just want to like try running, but I want to get a decent pair of shoes, I would highly suggest Brooks. My first pair of like real, I would say, advanced running shoe are these On Clouds right here. I don't remember what model these are. They don't say anywhere on the shoe. Maybe they do and I'm just missing it. I love this shoe. This was like, I mean, it was a great first shoe. They were super light. They had a lot of spring in them. And you can see, I mean, I have worn these suckers out. They're super dirty. Sole's falling apart. Got a hole right here where my little pinky toe goes. Common theme in most of my shoes. My only con with this shoe, you can see that like On Clouds are kind of known for like these little holes right here, like all the way through. There's a ridge right here. The holes also pass through this part. If you ran on gravel, ran over gravel, this thing was a magnet for getting rocks stuck all up in here. And if you got something stuck, I mean, you felt it. So you'd have to stop, sit down, or like lean up on a tree, find a stick or something. A lot of times, rarely could I do it with my fingers and pry out the rock, and then you continue running. My only con with these, and thankfully in later models, they addressed this. So clearly I was not the only person upset about that. Next up, I started, not only was I road running, but the area we lived in at the time, same like we live now, there was a neighborhood that was full of trails. I started running the trails because I got tired of running on the sidewalks. So I got myself a pair of trail runners. So I got these Hoka Torrents. These, shockingly, you see, have held up rather well. They still look in really good shape. The tread's worn down pretty decent on them. I mean, they still work. I'll wear these for just like every day, like going to work or something. These are good shoes. Once again, you know, a little hole where the little pinky toe should be. Common theme. These are a great shoe. I don't know if I really have a con to these. These have been super comfortable. They were great trail runners. The tread was amazing when I got them. These were a great first experience with trail running shoes, and I love Hoka. Surprisingly, they're the only pair I have sitting right here that I've actually bought and worn a consistent a bit. But I know for like my family, if my wife wears strictly Hokas for running, my dad wears Hokas for running, my sister wears Hokas. These are like the main brands, like most of my family who actually runs wears. So once you get past those first two pair, I ended up with another set of road runners, and these were kind of last minute, but I got these On Clouds. As you can see, these also still have the ridge issue. These were decent. They were a little less cushiony than I liked. They were very neutral. They were a good shoe. I didn't do a lot of true running in these though as much. So I was going in out of like more working out than running because we had moved, had a kid, COVID, and I tell you what, if you catch COVID, sometimes getting back into running can be real hard post that. But these were, I mean, they're solid. They're On Clouds. I mean, I like my On Clouds. I think they look good. They feel good. I think the biggest thing you'll kind of notice with all these shoes, they're all really lightweight, and they're all like more like what a lot of people call advanced running shoes. And it's the lightweightness that gets me with these. These are a great shoe. So then my next pair of trail runners I bought, these are Altras Lone Peak 6s. If you've gotten any kind of running, you probably recognize these. A lot of people, I see a lot of people with these where we live. These are an awesome shoe. I still wear these just to walk around in. As you can see though, the tread's like almost completely worn down on the front and the back by the heel. The laces were amazing on these. They have like little rubber bits woven into it, so they don't untie almost ever. They're very comfortable. They're wide on the front, which is nice because my feet, I don't have long feet. My feet are shorter, but they tend to get wider like by my toes. So these were great for when you're trying to plant your foot. My only gripe with these though, is on the heel, there's like this little lip. It comes off right here. Every now and then that would cause like some weird issues. Like stepping off, like if you, I don't know, it's like if I landed on a rock and had to push off because I didn't land like on the front part, it caught the back of my heel. It was just probably more my fault than anything, just poor posture or whatever, getting tired on a run. I love these shoes. So as you can tell, I have another pair. These are the Lone Peak, I believe these are the 8s. And these are my current ones I'm using to trail run. I love Altras for trail running. I don't know why. They're just one of the most naturally comfortable shoes for me. Everybody's different, and you'll find OnCloud, Hoka's, Altras, Asics, Brooks, Nike, whoever you go with, every person's foot just feels better in different shoes. For me, Altras for trail runners are great. I really want to try their road shoes. Nobody seems to carry them half the time, or if they do, they don't have them in my size. And now for my current shoe that I'm wearing, I just got these, I don't know, probably a couple weeks ago? I've already put a decent amount of mileage on it. These are the OnCloud Cloudsurfer 2s. These are, as I joked, my old man shoes because of how thick the bottom is. As you can see though, there's like a little ridge, but it's not open to the holes that go through. These things feel incredible. Super cushiony. These are definitely not sprinting shoes. Like if you're a fast runner, probably not for you, but if you're trying to do distance, and you haven't been running super long, or you've been out of the game, you're trying to get back in, highly recommend. These honestly probably be really good too if you're somebody who just needs a really comfortable like walking shoe because you're on your feet all day. I love these. These, so far, I have zero cons with these. I'm sure I'll find some the more I run them. These things though, I freaking love these shoes. I mean, obviously I like OnClouds. I've got 3 pairs sitting up here. I mean, I like Hoka's. I think my biggest gripe with the Hoka's is I think the OnClouds look better, but I mean, they're all great brands. The Altras, the OnClouds, I mean, they're just good shoes. But I would highly recommend, of all these shoes, these Cloudsurfer 2s are my favorite. I want to try another pair of Hoka's. I wouldn't mind actually having like, my goal next year is to run a full marathon. So doing a half in a couple weeks. But I would love to have like 2 pairs to alternate between runs. And I would love to go between like these and maybe like a pair of Hoka's and just have like one is more of my distance shoe, one's more for when I'm trying to do like shorter, quicker runs. We'll see. Because I really like these Torrents. These were a fantastic shoe. And I'd like to try a road version of the Altras. So I wanted to get this past time but I ended up with these Cloudsurfer 2s, but nobody seems to have a lot of Altras in stock for the road running models. And if they do, they never have it in my size. Try getting yourself a pair of good shoes. If you're somebody who's tried running and you hated it and you're going, maybe I'll try it again. Good shoes make all the difference. And this is all basically 5 years worth of running shoes, because I wear a pair of running shoes probably for longer than you're supposed to. But part of it for me is, 1, good running shoes are not cheap. And 2, honestly, I get lazy and I don't have to go like try them on and figure out what I like, because you'll get a pair that you really like. The problem is a year down the road, they usually aren't making them anymore. And so it can be hard to find. And I'm somebody I like to try the new stuff. That's why I have a different model of shoes right here. So hopefully this helps you all. If you have any questions, hit me up. Feel free. See you in the next one.